What's going on, guys? So I decided to change the gear knob in my Mini Cooper S R56 2011. This is an N18 engine one, in case you're interested, but I've decided to change it to a Mishimoto weighted gear knob. So the thing about the Minis is they don't have a typical threaded gear knob. They've got a sort of a click-on gear knob. I think it's like a BMW thing as well. But so in order to get this new gear knob onto the Mini, I had to buy this this adapter. So I got it off eBay. It was about I think it was about £6. So as you can see, it's got these like little holes in the sides. So what that does is you fit on these plastic adapters. You can see them here. There's like different sizes depending on the sort of diameter of the gear stick you're trying to put it on. But I think you put that onto the gear stick, and then you put on the adapter, and then from there you put little grub screws into the holes and tighten it on there. And I guess the rubber bits just so you don't damage the actual gear stick. So I'm filming with one hand just now, so I'm going to try to put the camera somewhere, show you how to take the gear knob off, and I'm still going to be trying to figure out exactly what I'm doing. I've watched a couple of videos, but still might take a little bit of figuring out just to figure out exactly how to do this, but I'm going to try and document it at least so people can maybe get a better idea. So in order to take the actual gear knob off, you have to sort of grab it like this, pull upward, and now you can see the gear knob is actually a gear stick, but I'm just going to try and get that back on the stick limply. And then the next step is to somehow get this gear gaiter off. So we need to pull this silver ring up to fully remove the gear knob and the gaiter, because the gear knob is actually attached to the gaiter, unlike sort of some other cars. So I'm going to try and pull this off. I think you just kind of have to go into reverse, get your fingers underneath here and just kind of pull it off. So I'm going to try and do that, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, so plan B. Turns out pulling up that ring with just your fingers is near enough impossible, well, for me at least. So I've actually got this pack of trim remover tools. So they're kind of just like mini plastic crowbars pretty much. So I'm going to try and lift this up a little bit, because you can lift it up, create a little gap around the rim here, and then just slide under a plastic trim remover tool, and I should be able to pop that up. So it's probably going to be the easier way to do it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I managed to get it off. When you're prying up with that bar, it feels like you're going to snap the ring. It bends quite a lot, but I had it just around about here, and I was pushing up and also pulling up here, and if you pull hard enough, and you can sort of unclick this first couple of bits, it should just lift out. But yeah, no, it feels like you're totally gonna break it, but it should be all right as long as you're just, you know, relatively gentle with it, and just get the right sort of angle with the trim removal tool. You should be able to pop it out no problem. But now that should just come off completely, reveal this whole assembly, and here's what I was talking about with the gear stick. So there we go. Right, so instead of like the typical sort of threaded part here, this is like a beveled section, I guess you'd call it, that the gear stick sits in to stop it twisting. So there's a little bit of plastic that sits through here. When you pop the gear stick down, it stops it from twisting. So the fun thing about buying eBay parts is they always work really well. So yeah, awesome. I guess that's what you get for paying £6 for this adapter thing. Not really know. I'm not really sure what to do with that. I might just hammer it on, because I don't really like the standard Mini Cooper S, or Mini Cooper in general, gear knob. It just feels really sort of clunky in the hand. and I plan on keeping the car for a while. I'm sure I'll be able to get it off if I really tried. But yeah. There are sets where you can like get I can't remember what the brand's called. There is a Gearknob for Mini Coopers that give you like an adapter that comes with the kit, so you don't have to try and like sort of mangle pieces together. But yeah, I'm gonna try and work with this and sort of see how I get on, and I'll show you guys after. So this is the next part that's a pain in the ass. You've got the Gearknob and the gator and the clip here. To get the Gearknob actually off like the gator, you have to try and push in these four section plastic pieces to remove the Gearknob, and it's a pain in the ass. So I seen a guy do a video where he like put screwdrivers in each piece and then like pushed it out, but I'll try that and let you guys know how I get on as well. But yeah, thanks for making this a massive pain in the ass, mate. Okay, so the way I did this was I got the gator over the gear stick like I had it in the last piece. Then I pushed a flathead screwdriver into one of the plastic sections I was talking about, and then turned the gator back round so it's sitting how it normally would sit, like this. Then what you do is you push the screwdriver into your leg, wrap your hand around this collar section where the gear knob actually clips onto, and then grab the gear knob itself and then twist and pull, and that should be enough leverage to get it off. That seems like the easiest way to do it anyway. That's what I did. So now I just need to figure out what I'm doing with this little fucker. Okay, so it should look somewhat like this. Again, it's a Mishimoto weighted gear knob. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera to focus. Cool. Don't focus. There we go. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so it's a Mishimoto weighted gear knob. I actually really like the look of the just the gear stick and the gear knob. Like, I would want a gator to cover up the gaping hole into the actual like sort of gear, well, obviously not the gearbox, but where all the magic happens. I kind of like it. Like, if you look at like the gap between steering wheel to gear stick with this sort of, it's not even like an extended gear stick, it's just a bit taller than the standard. I actually kind of like that. Just kind of makes for quicker shifts. The quicker you can get your hand on the gear stick, the quicker you can shift gears. But obviously it's not quite finished yet. I'm going to see if I can get that gator to fit, but I'm liking it so far. I think it looks cool. So it ended up being a bit of a pain in the ass. The actual adapter here itself didn't fit the gear stick as I showed you, so I ended up having to sand down my actual gear stick and sand down the inside of the adapter. I did check, and the standard gear knob does still fit, but I don't really plan on running a standard gear knob anyway, so I'm not too butthurt about that. But yeah, this is the setup. You can see sort of how the gear stick is closer to the steering wheel, so I kind of like that. I'm going to take it for a test drive, see how it feels. It does kind of make the throw feel like a tiny bit longer, but it does feel less notchy compared to the standard mini gear knob. Like I said, it's weighted. I think it's about 380 grams or something like that. 380-400 grams. So I think it definitely weighs more than the standard mini gear knob. But yeah, this is it. I mean, it might not stay forever, or it might. You can see how it feels, but I like the feel of it, and I like the look of it as well. I like the M on top. I like the look of the adapter. I wish these little tightening nuts here didn't stick out as much, but I mean, it's alright, I guess. And I actually just managed to squeeze the little ring for the gator on top of the adapter, so it sits really flush. So it actually looks alright. happy with that. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this was a help. I had stopped filming for a bit just because I needed 2 hands and I was struggling to get this to fit, and I had to sand. So yeah, you literally just have to sand the gear stick, or use a Dremel tool to sand the inside of the adapter if you don't want to sand your gear stick. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics of how to change the gear stick in a Mini Cooper. You can get kits that obviously will fit better than this. The Gearknob was about I think it was about £36. Adapter was about £5 or £6, and then just, you know, the standard gator, so it's like 40 quid overall. So I'm gonna see how it feels, see if I do really like the way it drives with this Gearknob. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.